Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here. Today's a pretty wonderful day. This morning we got some amazing news that I never expected. Hearthstone is actually going to get its first expansion, Curse of Naxxramas. Now, this is some pretty crazy stuff. Hearthstone, so far, we have the cards we started with, and they've been pretty fun, but it gets stale and constructed. Been playing Arena, and Arena's been alright, but it's the same stuff for quite some time now, and Blizzard is looking to spice things up by adding 30 more cards to the set. Now, 30 cards is not a huge addition to the set, but it's still pretty good. I imagine it might have some impact, but really, any change is a good change. Let's have a look at some of the cards that are coming up. First off, we have Undertaker. Undertaker is a 1 mana 1/2. I'm not too sure if Death Rattles are good, so just playing a 1 mana 1/2, one drops are really not very good in general, so this will probably just die to the overabundance of 2 drops currently being played. So I imagine this card is fairly weak, even though, there might be a few Death Rattle minions coming up, and we'll have a look at those in a second here. We got Shade of Naxxramas. Now, this card I think is amazing. If you ever played Rogue with the Ghoul that gets bigger and bigger every time you kill a minion, and you get permanent stealth with a Master of Disguise on it, that's basically what this is. It's just a minion that you play and you wait, and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and then you kill your opponent in one hit. And obviously this card is just absolutely crazy as a result. Nerubian Egg. So we have a card here that's basically nothing, but if you buff it up, maybe you can attack, and after that, maybe you can get a 4/4. There's some resilience to board clears here, so that part is pretty interesting. But the card honestly looks pretty awful. Dancing Swords, however, wow, look at this card. 3 mana, 4/4. Are you kidding me? Those are almost 4 mana worth of stats on a 3 mana card. Giving your opponent a card probably isn't too big of a deal. The only 3-drop this can really compare to is Frothing Berserker. Frothing Berserker is currently the only 3 mana cost card that has 4 health, that has any kind of decent attack. So Dancing Swords will crush your opponent's 3-drop, and as a result of getting that card advantage, I don't imagine giving your opponent a card is really that big of a deal. So, maybe this will make maybe Undertaker a little bit better, but I doubt it. We do have Baron Rivendare. This is the first legendary card that they're going to reveal from the Naxxramas expansion. Baron Rivendare looks incredible. It's a 4 mana 1/7, so it's hard to get rid of this guy because he has so much health. And you guys know, you've played Constructed. Every single Constructed deck, it starts and ends with Sylvanas. So you got your Sylvanas, and whenever you want to kill off your Sylvanas, because rarely would your opponent ever trigger the Sylvanas on their turn. Why would they do that? You play it, and sometimes it gets Hex or Polymorphed, but most of the time it just stays there, and you get to attack with it, and when that happens, then you can smash down your Baron Rivendare, and yeah, I imagine it's just going to be completely insane. We have another auto-include in just about every deck, along with at least Shade of Naxxramas, I imagine. So these cards are definitely really good, except probably Undertaker. That card's probably garbage, but it's not just cards that we're getting in the Naxxramas expansion. We are getting some PvE content to Hearthstone. So right now, the only PvE experience that you get when you play Hearthstone is the introductory tutorial, which is pretty fun, by the way. It can be pretty challenging if you haven't played the game before. And you can do the practice modes, and if you beat all the experts, you get 100 gold, which is basically nothing. But in any case, that's basically the extent. Now, Naxxramas is going to have a bunch of little wings to the Naxxramas PvE encounter, and when you beat each of the wings, you get some of the cards, and some of the cards that you saw today, and there's going to be 25 more, and that sounds pretty good. There's going to be varying difficulty levels. The one thing I don't like about it is I find it rather expensive. 30 cards added to the game. I don't really know if that's worth $20. So the full price of unlocking all the PvE content and essentially getting all of these cards is $25. But if you play in the first few weeks, you get the first wing for free. So if you pay Blizzard $20, you basically get the whole PvE adventure and you get all the cards from Naxxramas. That's just a little steep because, how many of these cards are going to be played? 10? For $20, that sounds a bit steep to me, but they are saying that you are going to be able to pay gold as well. But if you're not a pro arena player like myself, you might not have some extra gold laying around. So yeah, we'll have to see about that. Stay tuned for more updates on the Naxxramas expansion, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.